Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to continue going through the bead vault, and today I actually have the hematite box. So these are hematite beads. They are like a dark gray color. They're said to have medicinal properties in them. People wear them for blood flow. Um, and increase medicinal benefits. So let's get started, and I am going to go through all the bags to show you what I have, and at the very end I will show you the earrings, a couple of pair of earrings that I've made from it. So let's get started, and I'm going to make sure I stay in frame. I kind of put my box behind it, so make sure I don't get out of frame for you guys. So we're starting off with the round hematite beads. You can see here, these are really good. I use these for necklaces, for earrings. They're just a really nice size. Let's see here. Now, a lot of the beads here are magnetic because they had the hematite that's magnetic as well. So sometimes you will see as the earrings start to stick together that they are magnetic beads. I really like the cylinder look here. It's about maybe 3/8 of an inch long. And you will see later on, this is not hematite, but this is in the pewter box. Sometimes I'll put my pewter earrings in with the hematite. Let me see if I can get you a better picture of what these are looking like. Okay, that should work. Okay, and then once again, as I said before, that I always use necklaces for my beads. I'm going to do a series of just making earrings out of necklaces, but this is a really thick necklace. It has a lot of different strands to it, and these are really good seed beads. Sometimes though, with the seed beads, the really small seed beads, the opening in it, because as you can see they just strung it through, the opening in it is very small, so sometimes you'll have to use the very thin wire to get in there. Sometimes your earring stems, let me get a stem and show you what I'm saying, your earring stems won't work. Let me see if I can get you guys just a little bit more space here so you can see things. I may need to drop the camera down just a little, so if you will give me just a second here, I am going to drop this camera down here. Okay, and hopefully that should be better. And I'm thinking I won't have to lift everything. Forgive me here. I thought this setup was working the way it is, but I think I can get in a little bit closer. Just want to give you guys a better look at everything. And once again, as you can see, these are the necklaces. This one actually has a heart on it, but when I use the necklaces, I use it for the beads. So I'm not sure if you can see the beads right in here, but I use these for the beads on that. Okay, what else do we have? We got a lot to do today. We got to go through the hematite box and the box of black beads, and that's a really big box. I think I'm going to cut that part 1 and part 2. And here you are. These are more gray beads. These aren't really hematite. They're like a gray wood, but I would mix these inside the hematite bead. Here are some earrings, and these are like dangle earrings. And whenever I get dangles, what I'll do is I'll break the dangles up, and I'll use them as separate earrings. So in that case, you get maybe, let's see if I have a pair over here, just reaching for it, as you can see here. So you can see here, it's just I just took 2 of the dangles off, and made the earrings. Okay guys, I hope this isn't, I'm looking and it looks a little blurry to me, but I'll keep going and we'll see if I need to make some adjustments. I don't know if there's too much light or what, but from the angle I'm looking at, it looks like it's a little blurry. And I made a couple of adjustments on here. But anyway, yes, I will break these up, and sometimes I'll put beads on the top. As we get more into, after we've gone through all the boxes, I'm going to get into more of the, I don't want to say complicated, but intricate earring making. Right now we're just trying to get through the boxes, so I'm just showing you some simple earring designs so I can get a chance to see what colors, what beads I have, and how I'll come back and match them up and make something extravagant or make a statement piece or that type of thing. But right now, basically, I'm recording this so I can go back and look and see all the beads that I actually have and what I have to work with. So once again, these are the hematite beads. You got the round beads in between. I like these because they're very good for stopping your larger beads from going through your stems. So I use these as stem stoppers, the little smaller round beads. It gives the design a nice look, and like I said, it stops that. Okay. And this is actually mother of pearl. So this is a mother of pearl. I would actually put mother of pearl inside the hematite bead here. So this is mother of pearl. This is beautiful. And I would actually load both of those beads together. This is more hematite. I got a smiley face in here. These appear to be loose, so I'm not going to take them out. The rectangular bead that you see, that's actually resin. But you can see this is a hematite cylinder. Normally these are kind of heavy, so I'll use those more for necklaces because hematite can get a little heavy if you start stacking them or if you have the larger beads. But I don't know if you can see the different shapes in here. Like this is an arrow shape. This is more of a barrel shape. So these are all different. They're chips, hematite chips. These are all different. These are loose. So whenever I want to, you know, sit down and make like 40 or 50 hematite earrings, this is the bag that I would grab because it would give me a lot of flexibility to what I could make. Here's some more gray wooden ones. We saw these earlier. Gray wooden ones. Okay, now the hematite stones here, these are fairly large. These are like an inch to 2 inch, but they're heavy. So I would actually use this for a necklace or a pendant to actually put on a necklace. These are more chains. Some of the seed beads on there. I think I have a few more chains over here. So the chains I would actually use to drop a bead down, or like I did with the, let me see if I can grab this from over here, like I did with the license plate. So I can give us a little bit more white space in here. Okay. If you can actually see the license plate with the chains here. So this area in here, anytime I get earrings with a lot of chains on it or necklaces, you can use it for that, or you can just drop a bead on the bottom of it and have a nice dangle earring. These are some more loose hematite. Looks like I actually have a clip earring in here. This is the hematite chipstone. I will take this and this and make a pair of earrings. So anything that I find loose in there, I have hematite crosses, as you can see there. The space here. These are more round hematite beads. These are the really, really, really small ones. I don't know if you can see that, but they're really, really, really small. This is an earring, and like I said before, I like to take things apart. So for this earring, I would actually, let's see here if I can get it. Oh, there's two. Okay. Evidently, I've already taken it apart. I would actually use they're not called daggers, the spikes. I would actually use the spikes on this, and then I would go back and then use the metal part. I may cut and only use one part of it, or I may wrap it in yarn and have like a different color. Like this could be pewter, and then maybe a turquoise yarn or thread. I could put it through metallic and make different designs. But like I said, as we get further into it, I'm going to go into the more intricate designs. But this is just basically to get through the boxes and see what is available. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the simple earrings now. Okay, I'm looking at more of the hematite chips here. This is like a gray and bluish bead. So sometimes I'll throw beads inside here that I think will go well with the hematite. These are some seashells. See if you can see here, seashells. And then these are some wooden gray beads with an Asian writing on it. You can see that well. Okay. More chips, more hematite chips. Okay, and these are some gray disc. These are like a gray disc bead. Okay, yeah, these are like a gray disc bead. So they're like a wooden gray disc bead. So I would put that in between the hematite to keep the magnetic, and I'll show you here at the end how the magnetic works. To keep the magnetic separate from the other part of the earrings. These are more hematite beads. Not sure what this is doing in this box. I normally will keep this in my pewter box with my my supplies like my ear wire and I see there my end cap supplies. That's how I kind of use this. So I'm not really sure why this is in here, but I'll put it to a side. It is beautiful though. I like the with the filigree work on that. Okay, now I'm looking right here. This shouldn't be here. This goes with my kids. This goes in my kids' box because these are just like plastic beads. So I'll use these for some kid designs or items or something for them, stretch bracelets or keychain holders or things like that. And I hope I'm not losing my light. I can see from outside. It looks like it's in the afternoon, so I'm not sure if it's just cloudy from rain or what. But these are more of the hematite cylinder beads. Here there's a variety. Let's see if I can give you guys a better look. I don't like to open these up unless I'm using them, unless I have a tray, because they fall out everywhere. This is not hematite. Probably should have been in my pewter box. But this is just some beads with some rhinestones. As you can see there. I'm hoping that the bag doesn't have such a glare where you can't see it. Maybe you can see it better there. But they're rhinestones and faceted beads. So they're a variety. I have some spikes in here too. There's a variety. I'm not sure why this box has so many beads that have varieties, unless we were taking some earrings or bracelets loose. More of the this is more of the chip beads. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. I'm really not sure. Oh, okay. This is maybe I can lay it down. You can see it better. This is like a necklace, but it has these really, really tiny beads on them. Now these make really, really nice single dangle earrings. for my customer that just wants a hint of a dangle, like a quarter to a half of an inch. This is perfect, and it's elegant. This looks like this is a vintage piece. Looks like it's a vintage piece. So yeah, so I will definitely be taking all of these little gems off of this necklace. Looks like it's a gray kind of pearl. I see a rhinestone in there too. But yeah, I'll be making, and that's what I was saying about how many pairs of earrings you can get off of one necklace is just unbelievable. That really helps your inventory increase. More beads. I'm not sure why this is here. I use this a lot, like I said, with my findings. This is what I would be put in between beads, or I would put this on the end of a necklace before I put a, you can see right there, on the end of a necklace before I put a crimp on there. So I'm not really sure what this is doing over there. Okay guys, we're getting towards the end. These are just some silver round beads. Not really sure what this is doing in here. It looks like yep, just some silver and brass beads, so I'm not sure, but we'll put that there. And this is more hematite. Like I said, everything is in a plastic bag. Let me see, this may be, let's see. Okay, yeah, some big pieces and some small pieces. Yeah, once you take these out, they're everywhere. And there's some like little really thin chips in here. Really thin. Okay, and then these are seed beads. I put this at the bottom of my hematite. It's the same color, so it really helps as far as increasing your funds. It's just a little gray bead that looks like hematite, but that isn't. So really inexpensive, and you can put this at the bottom and the top of your earring to give it a nice finished look, but you're not spending the kind of money you would for hematite. So this is a good filler bead. Okay, a few more beads here. Yeah, let's see, we've already seen these. There's more chips. We've already seen that. And let's see what this is. I don't know if this is a necklace or if this is a, okay, yeah, so this is chain. This is chain, and this is a really thin seed bead. Let me put this back. Trying to give us a little bit more space in here, guys. Yeah, so this is chain, and this is a seed bead. And like I said, for the chains, I'm doing the right now I'm doing a lot of the license plate earrings, and right now I've only done it with chains, but I'll be doing it with beads and other things. So anytime I see the chain, I'm gonna think about this. So I also have a video on the license plate earrings. If you guys want to take a look at that. I think I've only done 4 states, so I've got over 40 plus more to go. Let's see here. Okay, and this is more of the chip. So I got a lot of that, and I'm going to open that up. These are some of the Asian wood beads. So sometimes I'll put that between the hematite bead. Almost there. And these are 2 necklaces. I'm going to take these loose. This looks like, I'm not sure what stone this is. Oh, it looks like it's jasper. Can you see? Looks like it's jasper. Yeah, looks like it's jasper. So I'll be making earrings out of this. And this looks like this is mother of pearl. Yeah, this looks like this is mother of pearl. That's jasper. And this is mother of pearl. Okay. And more beads, more of the round beads. You seen that. And this is stone. Okay, I'm gonna show these jasper first. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I know I'm at the end, but I gotta. Okay, let me pull this over to the side, then we'll know we're finished. All right, so we've done the jasper, and this is a. Let me see if this is a stone. Whatever it is, it's pretty. Looks like it's a glass stone, so it's faking jasper, but this actually looks like a glass stone to me. You can see it. Okay. So whenever I don't have two of anything and I just have one, I just put them all in a plastic bag, and it makes for a really nice necklace, pin, or brooch. Something where I don't have to have pairs. And this is definitely a stone. This looks like a raw stone though to me. Yeah, this is it's not onyx. What is this called? This stone. It's not onyx. I don't know what this stone is called. If you guys can see what this stone is and know what it's called, can you leave it in the comments so I'll know? I used to have labels on everything, but I don't see it now, because I've spent my life going to the gem festivals and shows that they'd have. They used to have them like at Holiday Inn hotels. That was way back in the day. Then they started having them at convention centers. So like I said, these items are anywhere between probably 10 to 40 years old. Okay, and this is more of the hematite. And then I'm getting to the last two bags. And I'll show you the earrings. I'll let you guys go because the next video is on black, so I'm going in the other room to pick that up. Okay, so yeah, these are a little bit larger cylinders, but these are the hematite cylinders. Okay, so we can do a lot with that. I'm excited about that. I'm going to put that with everything. Okay, here's a cross. I think another sunshine. These are glass beads that I'll actually show you in just a second. An earring I made out of. And then these are the hematite hearts. I don't really want to say charms, but hematite hearts. Okay, and a few other little beads in there. If you could see real good. I'm really trying to get rid of that glare. Okay. Okay, guys, so I think, yeah, I'm looking, and I'm thinking that is it for the hematite beads here. And let me just put them in here and make some space so I can actually show you the earrings. I thought I actually had some trim, and I do, and here it is to my right, and it's not hematite, but it is trim, and I wanted to show you how you can actually make earrings out of the trim. So this is a trim. Let's see if you guys can see it. I'm going to mix it with hematite, but for right now I'm just going to show you the earrings out of this particular trim. And it just shows you the versatility. I can't remember, I think like this trim was on sale for maybe like $1 a yard or something, and to think how many pairs of earrings you could get out of these beads. And the beads actually look you know, the bead actually looks like a different bead. So see, this is what I made just by you already have your design in the fabric, so you don't have to come up in the fabric, in the trim, so you don't have to really come up with a different, you know, you can come up with a different design if you like, but they already have the design there for you. So you can just see, you can just take your wire, your stem and just go through the bottom. See right here, that's what I did. I just took my stem and I just went through the bottom. If you can see, I just went through the bottom of the stem all the way up to the top of the ribbon, and then I came out with that earring. So it just goes to show you, and I think they have a couple of different designs on this ribbon. So we have that, and let me move this back into the bag. And we also have, if you recall, I spoke about, can you see better here? Okay. I need to put the backing on these. Okay, and then we also have, let's see here, those hematite. That was with that stone that we saw in the bag. And when I mentioned earlier that, yeah, I have to put the backing on these earrings, that these are magnetic. As you can see, they'll just keep going together here. I use the magnetic beads as the cylinder on there. So let's see, and I think that is probably out of frame. So I'll put that back up here. This here. And let's see if we can get this in frame here. And then the last two, move that up just a little. And guys, I also wanted to sometimes, okay, here's another one. This was with the beads. Remember the blue and the gray bead? I just put that on the bottom. And then this is the hematite cylinders by themselves. They're all magnetic. So as you can see, they're kissing each other right now. Okay, let's see if we can get this in here. Trying to keep everything in frame, but you know how that is. Okay, and then also I showed these earlier, but we actually put the ear wire right into the earring. But if you want to drop your earrings, like if they're too short and you just want to drop them a little bit, you can always put a couple of jump rings in there. Okay. So all right, guys, so for the hematite, that's gonna do it. Like I said, we're just making simple earrings now to get through all the boxes, and the next video that you will see will be with the black beads, and that will more than likely have a part 1 and part 2 because the box is so big. So thanks again, guys. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you like the video, please like, and if you'd like to subscribe to see how we get through these 1 million beads, please subscribe and we will notify you.